Hello, this is my first what if. I'm sorry to hear a lot of noise in the background. I'm actually at work, and I wanted to give this a try. This what if deku was the reincarnation of Rama one half. Now, it's been so long since I've seen Rama one half. I'm trying to rewatch it again so I get some stuff right. Um, but what I'm planning to do is some of the moves that he's learned and reused I'm gonna have Deku learn. Since Deku is very studious and who actually focus more, I think he'll be actually able to learn these moves. So, let us begin. So we're gonna start off with Rama passing on from old age. He had a wonderful life, and when he went to the afterlife, he met God. Now, God had told him that since he was a good person and he wants to give him another life. And Mama was stoked because that means he won't be changing into a girl anymore. But the thing is, when he realized that he'll be leaving Akane behind, he was like, but what about Akane? God raised the eyebrow. He's like, well, about Akane. That's when Mama said, well, I really can't live without Akane. God was like, tell you what, when Akane passed away, I'll be bringing her back to life as well, in a different body. But the thing is, for me to do that, you must be willing to take on, do something for me. And the Mama was like, yes, I'll do anything for you. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have need you to keep your curse. Mama was shocked and thinking that he finally was able to get rid of that curse once he gets resurrected. But for Akane, he was willing to do that. He said, yes, sir, I'll do it. So that's when uh, God resurrected Mama in the MHA universe. So when Mama is born, he is born to Inko Midoriya. He still has green hair and everything, but the thing is, Rama's personality and Deku's personality is gonna mix together. So that would be somewhat interesting. So when Deku was slowly growing up, he had these dreams of martial arts, of the fights he had in his past life as Rama. And by the age of 4, that's when he was taken to the quirk doctor, and he found out his quirk. He does have a quirk, and this is how God did it. The quirk is gender bend, which pretty much when he gets splashed with cold water, he turns to a girl, but when splashed with hot water, he turns back to a boy. Now that's how I'm gonna do it. Now Deku really did not like this quirk at all. And he doesn't know how he can be a hero with that quirk, with such a quirk. So by the age of 5, uh, that's when dream he started remembering his dreams of all the fights he had. So and he decided to start training his body. So he started doing the iron bone training and all that good stuff. Then eventually he had this one dream of I'm gonna look up the name later, but the English name is roasting chestnut in the open fire. I forgot to mention that Kachan he still bullies Deku because Deku had actually told everybody he was worthless. He did not want anybody to know that his quirk just changes into a girl. He's very embarrassed of that, just like Mama is. So, uh, so what Deku decided to do to get the roasted chestnut on open fire is like he actually made a bonfire and bought a bag of chestnuts and put them in there. And I don't know if y'all ever saw Roma do the training, but it's pretty much when you stand over the fire, you reach in and try to grab all those chestnuts without being burned. That's pretty much it. So after like a year, Deku was actually able to master. So he's age 7, and then he, Mama personality started to slowly merge with Deku, and Deku always wants to fight strong people. So he will always challenge Bakugo, Kanchan, to a fight. Now, now the fight is more 50-50. It's more even match because Degu's been doing a whole lot of training of like his metal bone training, and he will put weights on him for he get faster and faster. So the fight is more 50-50. So let's do a time skip to start an anime where where when the teacher comes in and he was like, okay class, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he throws the paper up saying, I'm just kidding, I know who y'all want to be a hero. And that's when Bakugo was standing deliberately to her. She's like, huh, don't want me with these B-listers. All these extras, they'd be lucky to be ranked as B-list sidekick. As everybody will get mad, as Izuku, he wouldn't really care. Guys, he would just look out the window, just minding his business. That's when the teacher will be like, well, that's right, Bakugo, you want to go to UA high school. He's like, and Bakugo's like, yeah, that's the only school that's worthy of my greatness, being Bakugo. Then, then the teacher's like, oh, and Izuku wants to go to the UA course as well. That's when everybody will stop and actually turn their head to look at Izuku. Izuku will be like, yeah, what about it? And instead of people laughing at him, some of them will actually think that he can do it, seeing how he can actually hold his own against Bakugo without a cord per se. Now, everybody still thinks he's quirkless. Nobody knows about his true quirk. So, and Bakugo gets a little bit upset. And so by the end of the class, he will walk up to Deku or blow up his face saying, you shitty nerd. You don't deserve being UA. Deku will look up and be like, dude, I beat you half the time. Our fight is more 50-50. So if I can hold my own against you, then yeah, I'd be able to go to UA. Bakugo's like, ugh, whatever. As Bakugo, I'm sorry, will reach out, grabs Deku's notebook, explodes it, and just toss it out the window. Now, Deku will be upset, but he will keep his composure. And instead of like walking down, he will actually give Bakugo a smirk, open up the window, and jump out. Everybody will be shocked. I will still laugh, be like, dude, he just jumped out the two-story window. It's two-story floor. As they will walk and see Deku splashing water, and Deku's like, fuck, I forgot my quirk. As Deku was splashing in the water, grab his notebook, and when everybody run downstairs to go check on him, Deku was already gone. So he will look like that pretty much his counterpart on the right. Now Deku will rush out, and because he doesn't have any hot water with him, so he'll escape. And got his notebook and everything. So by the time he reached the alleyway, he's all wet, he's a bit cold, and he's shivering. He and this time really he's taking all the back alleys through under the bridge because he wants to get home unseen. So by the time he passed over the manhole, he sensed something was off and actually jumped back. And as soon as he jumped back, that's when the slime then will come up. Hey girl, I need your body. I didn't know that freak was around here. And Deku will look at him a bit and snipe back. Ah, pervert! You know how Rama will mess with his opponents when he's a female form. Ah, pervert, help me! Just as Simon, I'm like, what? No, not like that. I don't want your body like that. That's when All Might will come. Maybe like, have no fear, for I am here. As All Might would do his Detroit smash and knocking out the villain, and female Deku will actually help him and collect the slime. Now, Deku is a fan of All Might, so he'll ask for she will ask for an autograph, and All Might will give her to her. As Deku really won't grab onto All Might, seeing he she doesn't want to know about his secret, so Slime Villain doesn't escape, and Deku goes home. And and his mom greets him. And like, she was somewhat surprised seeing him in his girl form. She's like, "Sweetie, I thought you don't want to be turned into a girl." Ezekiel was like, "Yeah, I didn't mean to. I kind of jumped out the window and went in the little pond." And Inko was a bit confused, asking, "Why would you jump out the window?" As Ezekiel would just brush off, like, "Don't worry about it, Mom." As she will go and get the hot bath ready. So as soon as she gets the bath ready, she jumped in and went back to normal. Um, so Deku really didn't ask All Might the question about being a hero. So don't you marry, escape, all yada yada yada. You know the details. Then so for the next 9 months, Deku will start training even harder for the UA course entrance exam. I mean. And so what that means, like he'll put more armor weight. He'll practice the roll chestnut on open fire. He'll practice that more. And then one day when he was asleep, he actually met Rama. And he was a bit confused. He's like, who are you? They could ask Rama, and Rama was like, well, I'm you from your previous life. And Deku would be like, from my previous life? He's like, yeah, I'm actually here to train you. Train you? Oh, I did. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna teach you all the martial arts I know. I'm gonna try to teach you from my friend's martial arts from my old past. And, and Deku be like, alright, cool. So, what do you start out with first? And Mama be like, well, you already know one of my signature moves, the Rosa Chesan Open Fire. Now, I'm gonna teach you another move called from a friend of mine. His name was Ryoga. Now, I'm gonna teach you one of his specialty, which was the Bantai Tensuke. And Deku be like, what's that? Well, Mama be like, well, what pretty much is that every matter has a breaking point, and by just like just pressing on that little breaking point, it would shatter the object. As Mama will show Izuku how Ryoga would do it, as he saw Ryoga just barely barely tap a big old boulder as it was shattered into pieces. Deku would be so excited, like, "Oh, please teach me that. I really want to know that." And Mom would be like, "Okay, cool, but here's the thing: this technique is not used offensively, as in it cannot be used on a human being. It's more on non-material objects like metal, rock, stuff like that." As that go back, okay, okay, cool, yeah, yeah, that's fine. That'd be a great thing to learn as a rescue hero. So I want to say for the next 9 months, that's what he's actually been focusing on. Now Ryoga, it really didn't take him that long to learn. I want to say no less than 3 4 weeks, maybe a month. I might be wrong. But the thing is, Ryoga, he was motivated to beat Rama at the time. But Deku, he he has plenty of time pretty much. So like he trying to learn fast and master it, but seeing how everything is pretty much in his mind state, it was a bit harder because as soon as he wake up, he tried to do what he learned in the real world, but it was harder for him. But eventually, before the entrance exam, he was actually fully able to master it. I hope y'all know where I'm going with this. So when he, so on the day of the entrance exam, he wakes up and walks towards UA High, and he would trip, and he would well, yeah, I would say he would trip because he's too excited and he won't be focused on where he's going. So he'll actually trip, and as soon as he's about to fall on his face, he stopped a few inches away from the ground. As he would see a brunette girl with a kind of like a blue streaks on her hair. Yes, y'all should know who I'm going with. If not, then I'm not gonna tell y'all soon. Tell y'all all yet. As she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were about to trip, and I used my quirk because it would be bad luck if you fall on your face." As Izuku saw saw kind of like a glimpse of a familiar face as he whispered to in a low voice, "Akane." As the girl like, um, sorry, but what? As Deku was shaking his head like, "Oh, nothing, never mind, and thanks for helping me." She said, "No problem." As they would go in and they would do their exam. Now, Mama, he's smart, but he's more of a battle smart. Where Deku's more book smart. So I want to say Deku will probably do the same as in canon, because he will still be focused on more training and martial arts than study. But don't forget, Deku is still smart. So I'm just saying that he'll probably just get the same score. Now, when it gets to the President Mike, when President Mike explains the rules about the 1 pointer, 2.3, and 3 pointers, that's when Ida will be like, "Excuse me, sir, you're forgetting about this, the 0 pointer, and this is a mistake, blah, blah, blah. I'm very disappointed." Ida being bitch ass Ida. um, And Deku, he won't actually take that kindly. He will actually still be like, "Hey, Fry, sit down." If you let if you let President Mike continue, he'll explain it. And President Mike be like, "Right on, kid." Uh, as the kid, as President Mike like, as the kid said, the 0 point. As soon as I was about to say, 0 point is just the obstacle. Just leave it alone. You won't get your points. Ignore it. as Ida will be a little bit upset for being called out by Izuku. So when everybody's in their little block getting ready, Izuku saw this girl who helped him. She was all nervous. And he thought, why don't I give her a little boost of confidence? As he was about to go walk up to her, and Ida saw he was like, oh, he's going to distract her, he's going to mess her up. So Ida walked over and was about to touch Izuku's shoulder, but Deku grabbed Ida's arm and kind of threw him over his shoulder as Ida landed on his back. Deku was like, dude, don't touch me. I don't like being touched like that. As everybody was there at Ida, and they really can't say anything because Ida was about to touch him while getting permission. So, uh, as soon as the gates open, President Alex 1, 2, then President's like, go, go, go. If there's a real body, I'm sorry. Uh, there's no real compounds in battle, go. As everybody will run off. Now, Deku will actually use what he learned from Rama, the Bankai Tenskin. I'm sorry, I'm saying the name wrong. I'm gonna look it up later. But with that move, he's actually able to destroy all, all robots. As everybody will be looking, it's like everybody will be looking at Izuku, like, how is that even possible? How can this kid beat destroy these robots and with one finger? And he was destroying 3 pointers and 2 pointers, and he was pretty much doing the 1 pointers alone. And then and he helps out with other students if they need help. So let's say Izuku got 90 billion points already. Uh, he was like, I think I did pretty good. And he was about to walk off. That's when he felt the ground shaking.